Hello and welcome back to Doom 2 for Map 13 Downtown, one of the most infamous levels of Doom 2, and as you can see I'm coming into it with a comically low amount of health, but don't worry, I'll make it work for us. First I'm going to pick up all the goodies I can see. You'll see this map is kind of shaped like a city centre. There's various high-rise buildings and we're going to be moving through the streets first before we go into each and every building to clear them out one by one. Not all of them are necessary to complete the level, but many of them are. Now, because I'm so low on health, I'm only going to engage the enemies that are absolutely necessary in this starting phase. Around this teleporter here is a lot of ammo, health, which I need. But be careful for long-range revenant attacks like these ones coming towards me here, because they will home towards you, and they'll hit you from an incredible distance. Expecting a few more arachnotrons to make an appearance. There's one down there. Is he coming down here? Yes, he is. He's struggling to. He's trying, bless him. Down he goes. Okay, that's all the arachnotrons on the base level dealt with. Behind me in this corner is an invulnerability. I'm going to pick that up, and while I've got it, I can see easier the various imps that are in the windows in the buildings above. So I'm going to try and pick off as many as I can while I can stand in the middle here. Ignoring all the other big guys. Getting hit by so many projectiles here. Move around, continue to pick off these imps. Come on. Last one, let's get out of here. Heading back towards this corner now, I will deal with these cacodemons that are chasing after me. You can see some revenants trying to hit me from miles away. I wonder if the partial invisibility interrupts whether a... Well, no, that answers that question. It's homing for me just there. Look at this last cacodemon here. Down he goes. Oh, what? I kind of ran into the back of that fireball there. Let's move down this pathway here. On the back of this building, right in the center, is our first secret of the map, which contains a mega armor. It's going to help me with my low health at the moment. Continue moving around here, picking up partial invisibilities, picking up more health kits. Another one here. Let's pick that up, why not? While this cacodemon is moving towards us here, in the corner behind me, you can see pulsing with light that plasma rifle. Now be very quick when you pick it up. You don't want to stop underneath it, otherwise the crusher will get you. Where's that cacodemon gone to? Where's he wandered off though? He's at the corner here. Oh, are they fighting each other? You know what, I'll leave them to kill each other. Meanwhile, I'm going to begin moving through the various buildings, starting with that one up top there with all those imps. First I'm going to wait for the revenant missiles to explode, and then step through this teleporter. And now up top. Oh look, and there's a cacodemon up here as well. Perfect. You may have heard another cacodemon waking up down below as well. Here he comes. Not a lot of room to maneuver here. Bringing him down, I can see just there's a BFG, so when I step off that ledge I need to be careful not to go too fast to miss over it. But don't hang around on the top here for too long, because the revenants down below will get you. So step off, drop down, grab the ammo in this corner, and then take care of the revenants through this door. Let's finish them off with the chain gun since I've got a lot of ammo. Down he goes. You can see some more imps on the right hand side here. Let's deal with them. Okay, the outside area is almost completely secure now. Move around here. I guess all that's left is to wipe out these arachnotrons. One. Another one coming this way. There should be 3 of them in there. Come on. Down he goes. Okay, and now we really have now we really have secured this outside area. So on the ground here you can see a large arrow pointing this direction. This is the way we obviously are meant to go. I'm going to switch to our chain gun here because ahead of us is this berserk pack. Pick it up, quickly run backwards because a ton of lost souls are about to be for us. Hopefully I've got enough ammo here to take out all of them. Okay, with them all dealt with, I can move up the staircase here. This actually reminds me, this staircase, of Hitman 2, Silent Assassin. It's one of the Russian levels. It has like a very similar setup with like a staircase along the left hand side of a narrow corridor around the back of a building. Anyway, let's move inside. And I'm going to focus on the imps on my right hand side here. Try not to take any damage. Probably better just to drop off actually. There's no one coming up behind you at the moment. Let's go to our shotgun. Now there's a small staircase of boxes here, allowing me to leap across here, get any health and a little bit of ammo too. Another staircase here. And that's this small containment area dealt with. On the wall on the right hand side here, a switch which lets me into this outside area containing a very small number of supplies. It's barely a secret at all. But a bigger secret is right beside it. Hitting this wall here, or this box, lowers it into the ground, revealing a second switch, which raises this staircase up to a teleporter. So if I step through, turn to my left to begin with, because there's an imp in that top window. But you'll see I'm up on the wall that would have been on my left right when I started the level, and I can now sprint forwards, pick up that soul sphere, and this box of ammo. Here's all those Arachnotron corpses, and I can go back into the building because there was a couple areas we didn't clear out. We're only halfway through this building really, if that. Down here, Cacodemon. Oh, I got him in just 2 blasts there, that's pretty good. Very tall elevator here. I don't know why it's so tall. You never see this next space from outside. Watch your right hand side here. This is another imp. He didn't see me that time. Now there's various ways to go in this room. First I'm going to go down this path. And when I drop down, more imps in front of me. It's a close quarter fight there. And then step through this door to come back outside again. Once again, come around this way, climb the stairs, through the containment area, drop down here, and another long lift ride. We've got to do this once more again as well. Now in the top room here, there's a secret I glossed over. This back wall contains a small alcove containing a little bit of health. I'm going to leave that teleporter for last. First I'm going to drop down here, take out this guy. Move through to the third building now, which has a single mancubus in it. Come on, he should be dead. There we go. Move in here. On the left hand side we've got our blue key. Don't step through either teleporter, they will both take you back to the starting area, so there's no point in doing that. Instead, move up the staircase here, skip over this teleporter for now, step outside, grab the shotgun ammo and the backpack around here. Now I can go back through this teleporter. Brings you out in a horrible trap here with a pair of very close range Cacodemons. It also has a huge amount of ammo in this room. I've already picked up 2 of the 4 boxes of bullets. I think 5 boxes of shotgun shells on that side. Then activate the central part of the room to get your exit. Make sure you grab all the ammo before you leave, you won't be back here. Across from us we can see some of the windows where we killed the imps earlier. I can also see a box of shotgun shells. That's where I'm going to go next. So let's step around this way. Up we go. That's where we just were in that dark room. You could have come here earlier, but you wouldn't have been able to progress through the blue door until you picked up the blue key. And we could have killed one of the Cacodemons that was in the middle there. On the other side here, just a ledge, which is another secret. Got some ammo. And now we can drop down. Am I doing this the right order? trying to think where I'm going next. I want to go to this switch next, actually. I've left this too long. I should have come here earlier, really. I'm getting shot from above here. We're about to intercept them. Deal with these two. And then in the far corner there, or in the far end of this street, I can see several demons running around on the roof. We're going to be over there in just a moment. Behind me is two doors. The one on the right doesn't open, so we can only go through this right one. Or the left one, I should say. I'm going to have my bazooka here, because there's a large number of imps at very close range. Take them all out. And then you may have noticed when I was firing, this dark area is not just shadow, it's a huge pit into darkness. So I want to quickly sprint across to get to the secret, grab the auto map. We can see how we're doing. Only one secret left to collect, 84 of 126 enemies killed. Not a lot of enemies, actually. Oh yeah, you can open this door from the other side. But you may notice now, at the far end, that area has dropped down. Now, if you fall into the pit, there's a teleporter out of there, which will take you over to the middle level of this building. The demons that were on the outermost level have been lowered down to the ground here, so we'll deal with them first. Oh, that was close. And come over and pick off these imps. But yeah, going through that teleporter wouldn't have got us much. Like I said, we would have come out in the middle level where there's nothing of use. Come on, imp. There we go, down he goes. And yeah, wouldn't have achieved anything apart from taking damage, because at the bottom of the pit, as well as the teleporter, is a ton of lava, so best to avoid it. Just drop back down. But we have one final teleporter this way to go through. Once again, I've got to wait for this to come down, then ride it back up. I'll use my chain gun here since I've got so much ammo. Oh my god, look how much cells we got as well. Blimey, ammo's overflowing. It was only a few levels ago where we had none at all. Now I'm on the platform where the Revenants were, which contains another blue door. This one is needed to progress. The room is full of lost souls here. Careful they don't knock you off the ledge you're standing on. Very easy to happen. And I can see on the left hand side a chainsaw, on the right hand side an invulnerability. So what I'm going to do is sprint towards the invulnerability. Once I pick it up, I'm going to drop down, and on this small crate just to the left of the chain gun in the center of this room, there's a switch which will lower the chainsaw, which is the final secret. There's also a teleporter out of here, which is going to take me up to where the red key was, in that kind of pyramid structure we were just engaging those imps a second ago. I want to do this fairly quickly so I can have my invulnerability intact and active for the building we're about to run into immediately afterwards. So again, I'm up next to the red key here. Let's quickly grab this ammo, drop down. Oh, I skipped over a level there, but you know what? I can deal with it. Let's move up here as fast as possible. Deal with this. Run through the center here. We're just going to immediately teleport in tons of demons. Looks like I probably would have made it through here without taking any damage anyway. Okay. It can be very tempting if you come in here earlier with all the rocket ammo and rocket launcher lying about to go to that weapon, but that would be a disaster. Hey, there's a small hole in the wall there. I wonder if that's part of the trap. You can definitely hear them. You probably heard them yourselves just as you're moving around. Anyway, I wonder what was on that middle level. I guess we're never going to find out. We have the red key now. I'm not going all the way back through that series of buildings. We're going to come to this door here, the red door. I probably should have kept that weapon equipped. We've got the specters here. Deal with them first. Then I'll go back to regular shotgun to pick off these imps. Now there's imps right the way up here. You can barely see them, but they are up there. You just have to trust the Doom guy can look up through the top of his skull. I don't know why I'm craning my head backwards. I don't know what I was expecting to see there. You can see a few more up top. Let's go across to the opposite side here. This very long and very slow elevator is coming down here. I love the graphic on the outside. Oh, blimey. Wow, there's way more imps here than I remember. Let's quickly jump on this elevator. Just punch that guy. And begin riding it up. There's my yellow key, which will open the final building. But first I'm going to go to the left here. And then carefully drop down one layer at a time. Move around. Rockets around here. Anything on this last level? Come on, drop off. No, nothing. So let's go back onto this. Ride it back up. Grab the yellow key this time. I think I saw some cells at the end of that level. And looks like some shotgun shells too. Okay, we have the yellow key, got the shells, got the cells as well. Oh, we've got so much ammo we can't even pick them up. And we are done. Let's check our auto map. 125 of 126. Well, that's somewhat concerning. I can only hope that in this final room is one final enemy, and there isn't. So where is he? He's in a window, right here, next to the exit. Well, that's convenient. I was worried I was going to have to restart this whole level. Let's grab that berserk pack right at the end here and step through. We are done with downtown. Must never have walked down that little side street beside that building. 98%, I reckon that was probably something on that middle level of the pyramid type structure. But we are done with downtown. I don't know how I feel about this level. Part of me really likes it, just the concept of it, of like an outside city center space, lots of buildings. And I would say overall, within the limitations of the Doom engine, meaning you can't have multiple floors stacked on top of each other. You may not have even noticed that about Doom. There's never a multiple levels in one building. You do go up and down staircases, but they never overlap. And that's just a limitation of the engine. But yeah, considering they had that limitation, they designed a pretty convincing city center for 1994. But at the same time, the level just doesn't play very well. It's very tight, and so much verticality in a game where you can't look up and down is not a great thing. And we're going to be seeing, I guess that's what I associate a lot with Doom 2 level design, is verticality, too much verticality. But overall, I guess I like the level. Next up, we're going to be playing a level which I think sticks out like a sore thumb in Chapter 3. It has nothing in common with the level design of the others. It feels almost like a prototype for Episode 4 of the Ultimate Doom. But yeah, I will be back tomorrow at 6 o'clock, so I hope you'll join me for that.